Hi everybody, this is Dennis and I'm going to bring you the full review of Star Trek Fotonovel #1, City on the Edge of Forever. Bantam Books put this out in 1977. You can see it was $1.95. I got these when I was a kid. I loved it. My uncle got them first and I thought they were the greatest thing. So knowing me, with it being Star Trek, I had to go through and collect it. The reason they did City on the Edge of Forever is it is one of the most beloved episodes. It actually won the Hugo Award for production. And then when you open it up, so think about this, in the 70s like this, we didn't have computers and, there were comic books, and that was about the only way to visualize everything. You can see Harlan Ellison wrote the original screenplay, and which was, fantastic. And they've done, since made it into graphic novels. This talks about how this was 2 years of preparation to make this book, which is really kind of cool. There's a neat little interview at the beginning. Here's the cast list, Captain Kirk, William Shatner, Mr. Spock, and you can see Joan Collins as Edith Keeler. Again, just really cool that they really did a great job when they were putting these things together. Like I said, I had seen this episode many times at this point when they were on reruns on television. But, you were able to capture it because back then there was just, TV. VCRs weren't really a thing. There was no recorded media. So if you wanted your fix of Star Trek, what's a great way to do it? Simple. Fotonovels. They actually went through with the film, and they were able to capture entire panels. You could almost hear, Captain Kirk, sickbay, to the bridge. I think he's actually hurt. And you could hear William Shatner doing it. If you were a fan, it really did come out. And what they did, like storyboarding, they brought together each panel. They did close-ups of it. You could see Sulu out. They did a nice close-up of it, to allow it to flow in comic book form. And what the great thing about the photo novels is you get all the cool special effects, just like it would have been on TV. But, with the bit of the comic books, you could read it when you wanted to. It was just really awesome. You can see like how they do the close-up of DeForest Kelly's face when he accidentally hits himself with the stems. So, as we go through these, they have a nice series of them. I wound up getting all of them. Like I said, as a kid, these were just fantastic. Here's even the captain's log, supplemental entry. 2 drops of cortisone can save a man's life. 100 times that amount has actually accidentally been pumped into Dr. McCoy's body, and in a strange, wild frenzy, he has fled the ship's bridge. Again, you could almost hear it. But they do a nice job of breaking it down in, paperback size. That was the thing. This is like actual novel size back in the day. There were a lot of cool books and stuff that we got that were, roughly this size. So I'm not going to go through all of it, but as you can see, they did a great painstaking job of putting this together. They even do 2-page spreads, just like you would see in comic books. You could almost hear, "I am the guardian of forever. Since before your sun burned hot, I have awaited a question." See? I am both and neither. I am my own beginning and my own end. All things that were just so iconic from the show itself. So what the photo novels do is they go really from start to finish, right through the entire episode as it was kind of published. The special effects were really great for the time in the show. Even in the 70s, Star Trek still really held up. Today's standards, it's a wholly different thing. You can see Dr. McCoy jumping through and heading into Earth's past. And then they go through it. Your communicator won't work. Your vessel, your beginning. All that you knew is gone. Yeah. So, again, this is just awesome. So then they go back in time. You can actually see, the clothes, everything that they wound up doing. Like you said, there's the officer that gets him. He gets Vulcan a nerve pinched. And there's Joan Collins. Everybody couldn't believe Joan Collins was in Star Trek. My name is Jim Kirk, and mine is Spock. Very well, you can start by cleaning up the basement. Simpler times when they went back in, but this really was a great episode. If you haven't seen the episode, and you're new to Star Trek, you can find them streaming just about everywhere now. Go check it out. This really is The City on the Edge of Forever. Just a great episode. I'm going to kind of skip. So the book does have some really good stuff to it at the end. So, they finish off the story. It's great. Oh, yeah, the very sad ending. It's a heartbreaking. This episode really had a lot of feeling to it. What happened, sir? You only left a moment ago. So when they come back in, life continues. And then you can see when the Enterprise leaves, it is the very familiar shot of the USS Enterprise in orbit breaking, and it says the end. Earth's history has been restored. And the cool thing is, for people that were new to Star Trek, here's a glossary that they included in the end. Well, what's the bridge? Or, the drug, the phasers, sickbay, tricorders. It even gave a little bit on, warp drive, how things moved. And then they have a real cool quiz at the back of it. So, man, you could have taken the quiz. I remember doing it as a kid. I wouldn't write in my book, so I always had a separate piece of loose leaf paper that I did. And then it even gives you the answers in the back. And then it says, where no man has gone before. So you knew they were going to do more, but they gave the answers to it. And it also goes through some of the other books and stuff that they had out at that time. Spock Must Die, that was a great story. They had the captain's logs. Those were all great. But my favorite out of all of the books, the novels and stuff, really is the Fotonovels. So, let me just flip open over the back so you can see the back of it. The authentic recreation of the faithful voyage of the Starship Enterprise. Over 300 action photos. I collected the trading cards and stuff back then, but like I said, you can see it. My copies are still in really decent shape. So, guys, I hope you kind of enjoyed this walkthrough history. I may wind up doing all of the novels, but I would like to know what you guys' thoughts were. Smash that like and subscribe button. Love to hear your comments down below. Did you guys have these as a kid? Or if you're too young, is this something cool that you would go back and try and find? I very rarely see these in the stores, but love to hear your comments down below. Hope you enjoyed this, and if you want more, just leave it in the comments down below that you want me to do more of these. We'll talk to you soon.